It's also important that when you are mailing, that you are mailing to the absentee owners, right? Sometimes people want to mail like EDDM. And the problem with mailing EDDM is that you're mailing to the actual resident of the home and not to the homeowner. And absentee owners are some of your best possible prospects. There's a multitude of reasons, right? One, absentee owners are just always gonna have a higher turnover rate because they're moving properties, right? They're investors. When it makes sense to sell, they're gonna sell. The other thing is that for out-of-state absentee owners, they're not gonna have, their buddy next door or their brother-in-law in town that's a real estate agent. So you have that much better of a chance of actually getting the listing, because as an absentee owner, the only thing you know is what you're told. So if you're a real estate agent that's in their mailbox and you're consistently hitting them with messaging that you're an expert in their neighborhood, then who else would they possibly go with, right? It makes you a slam dunk. So definitely make sure that you are always mailing using mailing lists and you're not mailing with Every Door Direct Mail. Don't get me wrong, Every Door Direct Mail has a place, but in general, that place is not in real estate. You really want to make sure that you're getting those absentee owners. If you live in an area that's, really almost no absentee owners, then it's a little bit different. Maybe you can do EDDM, but it's not going to be trackable. I don't know. I don't like it. Don't recommend it. But yeah, so definitely when it comes to purchasing your mailing list, you want to make sure that you're getting those absentee owners. And then you also want to make sure that anyone that's performing your mailings is running that mailing list through the National Change of Address database. So what that is if you've ever moved and you filed with the post office and said, hey, I'm moving, this is my address, and then you get the mail forwarded to you, when it comes to first class mail, the post office will forward that mail for a specific period of time. When it comes to bulk rate mail, they will not forward that mail. So if you put or current occupant, then they will still just drop it at that original address. But if you run it through the National Change of Address database, then that means that the bulk mail is still gonna follow that homeowner, right? So it's very important because a lot of times people have a primary residence, they live in it for a while, they move out of it, and then they lease it, right? Especially when interest rates are high and people wanna hold on to their interest rate. So by running it through the National Change of Address database, you're still getting to the homeowner and not to the tenant. So it's super important that not only you get a good mailing list, but that your direct mail provider is able to scrub that mailing list against the National Change of Address database and get to the out-of-state prospects so that you can get the maximum number of listings, maximum return on investment.